the vast, untamed wilderness, where the sun casts long shadows over the rolling plains, a solitary bison roams, its massive frame a testament to the raw power of nature. But this majestic creature bears a gruesome secret, a horrific wound, a gaping hole in its side, teeming with the writhing bodies of wasps. This is not just a wound, it is a living testament to the brutal realities of survival in the wild. As we delve deeper into this unsettling scene, we are confronted with the stark truth of nature's cruelty, where beauty and horror coexist in a delicate balance. The bison, a symbol of strength and resilience, has become an unwilling host to a wasp infestation. These tiny, malevolent creatures have found a perfect breeding ground within the bison's flesh. Laying their eggs in the soft tissue, as the larvae hatch, they feast on the bison's insides, creating a grotesque spectacle of nature's cycle of life and death. The wasps, with their sharp stingers and relentless drive to reproduce, have turned this once mighty beast into a living nursery, a grotesque reminder of the harsh realities of the animal kingdom. The bison, in its suffering, embodies the struggle for survival, a poignant reflection of the relentless forces of nature that govern life on Earth. As we observe this dark tableau, we cannot help but ponder the implications of such a gruesome relationship. The wasps, driven by instinct, are merely fulfilling their role in the ecosystem, yet their actions lead to the slow demise of the bison. This raises unsettling questions about the balance of nature. How often do we, as humans, impose our will upon the natural world, disrupting the delicate equilibrium that sustains life? The bison's plight serves as a stark reminder of our own vulnerability. In the quiet stillness of a sun-drenched meadow, a striking white horse stands, its coat gleaming like freshly fallen snow. But upon closer inspection, a horrific sight emerges, a gaping wound, a grotesque hive of bees embedded in its flesh, pulsating with life and death intertwined. This is not merely a wound. It is a testament to nature's brutal reality, a dark reminder of the delicate balance between beauty and horror. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is drawn into a world where the line between the majestic and the macabre blurs, where the very essence of life can become a source of suffering. The infestation begins with a seemingly innocuous encounter. The solitary bee, searching for nectar, finds its way to the horse's warm, inviting skin. In a moment of vulnerability, the horse becomes a host, an unwitting victim of nature's relentless cycle. The driven by instinct, burrows into the flesh, laying its eggs in a soft, warm cradle. What follows is a gruesome spectacle. Larvae hatch, feeding on the horse's tissue, creating a grotesque hive that festers and grows. The once pristine coat of the horse is in the high, desolate reaches of the mountains, where the air is so thin it burns your lungs. We find a creature of such haunting beauty it could almost be mythical. The snow leopard, a phantom cloaked in frost and shadow, a master of solitude and survival. But today, this elegant predator has become the unwilling host to an invasive horror that defies imagination. As the camera lingers, we see it, a grotesque bloom erupting from its shoulder, a parasitic flower wound, crimson and violet, pulsating faintly as though feeding on the very essence of its host. It is not a wound of flesh, but a macabre masterpiece of nature's dark artistry. The petals seem to glisten with an otherworldly hue, whispering their malign intent, while the edges of the wound are raw, inflamed, and riddled with small, unidentifiable organisms writhing in synchrony. This flower, an alien invader in the snow leopard's natural world, has a biology as cunning as it is cruel. In the heart of the African savanna, where the sun blazes down, and the air is thick with the scent of earth and life, a haunting scene unfolds. A white lion, a creature of majestic beauty and rare elegance, lies motionless beneath the shade of a gnarled acacia tree. But this is no ordinary sight. The lion's once pristine coat is marred by a horrific wound, a grotesque testament to the brutal realities of nature. As we draw closer, the true horror reveals itself. The wound is alive, teeming with a writhing mass of insects, a nightmarish infestation that transforms this regal beast into a living tableau of decay. The juxtaposition of the lion's ethereal beauty against the backdrop of such grotesque suffering is enough to send shivers down the spine. How did this happen? What dark forces of nature conspired to bring this once mighty predator to such a pitiful state? Insects, often overlooked in the grand tapestry of life, play a pivotal role in the ecosystem, but their presence can also signal a descent into chaos. The white lion, a symbol of strength and power, has become a victim of an infestation that is as fascinating as it is repulsive. Flies, maggots, and other pests have taken advantage of the lion's vulnerability, drawn to the open wound like moss to a flame. The wound, a festering portal into the lion's flesh, has become a breeding ground for these opportunistic insects. The larvae of blowflies, for instance, thrive in such conditions, feeding on the necrotic tissue and accelerating the decay process. This gruesome banquet not only exacerbates the lion's suffering, but also serves as a stark reminder of the cycle of life and death that governs the natural world. As we delve deeper into the science of this infestation, we uncover the chilling reality of how insects can exploit the weaknesses of even the mightiest creatures. The white lion's injury, perhaps the result of a territorial dispute or a failed hunt, has rendered it vulnerable. Insects, with their rapid reproductive cycles and insatiable appetites, seize the opportunity to invade. A single female fly can lay hundreds of eggs in a matter of hours, and within days, the larvae hatch and begin their grisly feast. This process, while horrifying, is a natural part of the ecosystem where nothing goes to waste. The insects break down the lion's body, recycling nutrients back into the soil, ensuring that life continues in a never-ending cycle. Yet,